The 8th will be sending up the largest air armada ever assembled in the history of mankind. Straight into Hitler's territory.
We need complete and total air superiority. That's the mission.
The new series, Masters of the Air, follows the true story of the 100th Bomb Group, who performed dangerous aviation raids during World War II. And joining me now are two of the stars, Mann and Anthony Boyle. This is such a big show with a big cast. When you hear that Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks are executive producing a new series about World War II, is this show an immediate yes for you?
Oh, 100%. You know, I would have played someone that had one line. I would have done catering on the job. I would have done anything just to be on the set and have watched it, you know. So to be asked to play one of the roles was a real pinch me moment.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up. We both watched the Band of Brothers as kids in the Pacific. I mean, you know, and so when we heard that this was coming around the series, I mean, it was just so exciting. You just know the quality you're going to get with a show like this.
Yeah, you know it's not going to be bad. You know, when you've got Spielberg and Tom Hanks and Gary Goetzman, you know that it's going to be very, very good.
I want to know what training was like. I mean, you go through a lot in this series, and I heard boot camp was a little intense.
Yeah. We had 2 weeks of boot camp at the start of shooting. It was a little bit. I mean, you know, Steven and Tom have done boot camps on like Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers. I mean, ours was a little different because we had to learn how these planes worked and how these missions were fought. You know, so there were some technical aspects of it that we would spend, you know, a few hours in the cockpit learning which switches did what and reading the gauges and figuring it how it all worked. For Anto, it was a lot of, you know, like learning the maps and the cartography and the wreck, all that stuff. And, you know, it's so that when we're shooting these scenes, you know, we know where to look. We know where things are placed. We know how it's all supposed to go. So it feels good. It feels authentic as possible.
It's interesting when you were saying, I completely forgot about this, but when we were doing the boot camp, we were asked to march a lot. And I remember going, why are we marching? We don't march in the show. Like, this is just a waste of time or whatever. And we were marching, and for 2 days we were marching. It was so like disconjointed. It was all over the place. And then on the third day, the marching started to just be completely succinct, and we were moving as one. We were moving as like one unit, and it made me think, oh, this is how we need to be in the sky. This is how we need to be with each other in the show. And it was little lessons like that the boot camp gave me that were really, really cool. Mm-hmm.
Did you know a lot about these heroes portrayed in the show before signing on, or were you learning as you were getting scripts?
Yeah, I mean, I had heard stories of the 8th Air Force, but not of the 100th Bomb Group, and certainly not to this level of detail. And when I came across Rosie and I read more about his life and I watched interviews with him, and you know, I got the chance to meet his son and talk to him, it just opened up a whole world. What the day in and day out was of their experience, and you know, the kind of brotherhood that they found while they were fighting together.
It was really fun seeing the whole cast at the LA premiere. It really highlighted just how massive this cast is and how talented everybody is.
Like, you're working with Barry one day, then Austin the next, Callum Turner, Nate. You're working with like some of the best young actors that are working at the minute, and it was just learning from everyone. Everyone has a different process. Everyone has a different way to approach the work, and and then the directors that were coming in were also different as well. And it was just each day was a school day, you know. For me, learning from working with these guys, it was great.
Well, it's so nice talking to you. Masters of the Air is available to stream on Apple TV Plus right now.